Today I want to talk about what happens when good people leave your company and go somewhere else. Even sometimes when they go off and compete against you, because it happens. And it should happen. That's the whole point today. I'm pretty sure that I've talked about this before, but it's rare that you're going to be able to keep up with the pace of your best and brightest folks, especially if you're a small company. You're going to be growing. Sometimes you're going to be growing extraordinarily fast, but you're going to have people who maybe they're young, maybe they're ambitious, maybe they're incredibly talented, maybe they're incredibly experienced, and for a time they're a great fit for your organization, but you don't expand fast enough to take advantage of all of their capacity. At that point, if they're smart, they go somewhere else. And if you're smart, you encourage them to go somewhere else, because that's your role as a leader. Your role as a leader is to develop people, not just for your good, but for their good. On that fateful day when your employee comes to you and says they're going out on their own and they're gonna leave and they've given you 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks notice, whatever it is, I would really encourage you to do absolutely everything you can possibly do to help them get started. Maybe there's some customers that you have that aren't really a great fit for you, but would be a good fit for them. Maybe there's some old equipment that you could sell to them or sell to them on terms. Maybe there's just bringing them under your wing and saying, hey, here's what I learned in my first 2 or 3 years, and here are the big mistakes that I made. Here's some stuff that you shouldn't make. Maybe you even sign up, offer to mentor them for a few months, to meet together once a week or once a month and just help them get their feet under them. Now, there are 2 types of people. Like, this is one of those cliches, right? There's 2 types of people. There's the type of the people who think I'm absolutely crazy right now for recommending this, and there's the kind of people who think, well, of course, why wouldn't you do it that way? And there are 2 kinds of people, because you can either operate out of fear of loss or a recognition that no matter how many competitors you have, it's really up to you to be successful. This is not a zero-sum game. And if you look at life as a zero-sum game, then you're gonna miss out on tons and tons of opportunities. I experienced both of these scenarios firsthand. Like, I've left companies where they definitely saw it as a zero-sum game, and if I was gonna leave and be successful, it meant they were gonna be less successful. And I've been in other situations where they didn't look at it as a zero-sum game. They approached it trying to help me out as much as they possibly could. And I can count tens of thousands, if not $100,000 worth of business that we've been able to trade back and forth. And that's just the dollars and cents stuff. That's not all the goodwill that I have spread by mentioning them in a positive light every single opportunity I get. I did it 3 times today. Now, I want to give you, if you're still skeptical, there are a couple of really pragmatic reasons why you should look at it this way. First, it's a small world, and it's getting even smaller. Like, the whole 6 degrees of separation thing has probably dropped down to 5 or 4 with all of the social media explosion that's happened over the last decade. So it's a small world. You never know when you're gonna run into these people again. Why would you want to burn a bridge? Why would you want to torpedo a relationship? The likelihood that you're going to wind up doing business together again in some way, shape, or form, collaborating, or even you might acquire them or they might acquire you. Like, why would you want to burn that bridge? The other reason might be a little bit more nuanced, but it's just as real. The reason that I have the outlook that I have about win-win scenarios is because the last experience I had separating from a company, they viewed it that way. They literally modeled for me the same thing that I try to model for clients today. You should be training people up and then sending them out to do good in the rest of the world and to be great stewards and great business people and great salesmen and great technicians. Like, if you can do that as a leader, make the world a richer place because you're able to bring bring people up and send them out, then good for you. That's part of what you're supposed to do. That's part of your calling as a business owner. But I only know that because somebody modeled it for me. The next time you're trying to wrap your head around how to deal with a really trusted, really valuable employee deciding they're gonna go out on their own, think about the way that they live the rest of their life when other people come and make the same announcement to them could be based on the way you react right now. You're modeling for them something that they're gonna carry with them for the rest of their business life. And how you do it is gonna affect how they do it. So it's a great opportunity for you to pay it forward. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was gonna talk out here, but it's too freaking hot.